I'm looking there, just some info as well. We've got Miller time, we call him Miller time, Reinhard Miller. He had to swap cars yesterday because he entered a 328 turbo. So he was supposed to come into Class C with us, but something went wrong with his turbo and he went to go fetch his old car, his trusty old car, and he came second in overall championships. We've got some, what do you call those oaks from Randfontein?
Ran Francisco Fontaine.
Yeah, we got some of those oakies. My wife's from there, so we've got a few more of those guys. We've got Roland Hopkins and Maritz LaRue. Yeah, Maritz LaRue.
Yeah.
They've now joined the series as well.
Nothing wrong.
Who else? We got a French gentleman that's joined the series. We're hoping to keep him around. Lupic Sharon.
I saw him earlier on. He had a fantastic outing in one of the backdrop Cobras as well. But here we go down into turn 1, and it's not a Frenchman, it's a German who's looking to try and take on the front end of this field. Also spoke to Nick earlier on. Change up in the way you're running the classes for 2024?
Yeah, we're trying something new. We found that the Class A and B, they would get a bit mixed up together and cause a bit of issues. So we thought let's try and split A and C and then B, D and E. So this is, we're trying it today. We're hoping to keep it for the whole year. If necessary, we'll change back to the A, B, C and D and E, but I'd love to keep it this format.
I can tell you right now from our side of things that what we saw in the race 1 for Class A and C, it certainly worked well. The German's loving life at the moment. He leads things out, and not too far behind him, Nick Macris and Carlo Garbini trying to close things down. The 911 car will be Lorenzo Gualtieri, and let's have a look and see if that 992 car, Pomashine, can maybe make up a little bit of lost ground there and get into the hunt for the front end. But he's got to take on the likes of Renier Smith, who's already ahead of him, and pushing hard to try and get into that top 5.
Yeah, as you can see, that's all a bunch of continentals actually in front. We've got Germans, we've got Italians, we've got a Greek there, we've got another German there, we've got Afrikaner, Renier Smith. So yeah, we've got all the continentals in our series.
So if that track taxi is available, can you chuck an Irishman in there and let me have a go?
We'll chat. We actually, in the track taxi this week, we got another Italian, Cristiano Verolini. He's from BMW Advanced Driving.
Fantastic.
But I see he's a bit slow. He's not keeping up to my fellow Porter, Manny Rivera. He was quicker in that.
Yeah, Rivera having a little bit of a sabbatical at the moment, yes. Taking a bit of time off and spending some time with the family. We're certainly going to miss him, but we wish him all the very best, and I'm sure he'll be back racing soon. That racing bug bites, and it normally doesn't let go. So the German leads out as they go out of turn 6, and he's got a little bit of advantage over there for Nick. Nick Macris having some problems of his own, and that's because Carlo Garbini is all over the back of him, looking for a way past. Can the coffee man find a way through? Oh, perfectly done. Into turn 8. Thanks for coming.
Perfect timing, and I'm sure most of you maybe don't know, but the Germans changed motors at the end of last year or mid-last year. He used to run the naturally aspirated S54, which used to throw out nice flames. He's now gone a 2-litre BMW N20 motor, very similar to the GTC spec motors. So yeah, a little 2-litre that's actually in front of all those 2.8 and 3-litre turbocharged cars.
So it worked out nicely. He's a multiple champion in this class, and of course he's probably looking to try and take on another championship this year. If this is how he starts it off, it's not a bad way to go. The 48 car there, Macris demoted, as we saw there, by Garbini. And then further back, right through the pack, you're going to see, we're going to try and pick up on all the action from D's and E's as well, but it's a little bit difficult to try and keep all the action when you've only got a short space of time to play with. Nonetheless, the action does not stop when it comes to M Performance Racing Series.
I don't know if you have noticed, we've done a few changes. Firstly, the numbers, we've gone yellow.
Yeah.
Everyone can see. And then secondly, if you look at the front windscreen, there's the different colors for the classes.
Yes.
So we're trying to help the viewers and the spectators
and the commentators
to try and decide for which class they're in. And here comes Economides. I see he's fallen back a bit. He's normally quite a quick driver around here. He's got an old man behind him, Craig Herbst. We're giving him a bit of a tough time. And that E30, that's our French driver, Lupic Sharon.
Sharon having a fantastic run. Nick Herbst in front of that second pack as you come through there, followed by Reynolds, the Valve Hospital machine. Oh, big moment there.
That's Claudio Jardim. He's also a newcomer to the series. He joined near the end of last year. And yeah, unfortunately, spun out there. Hopefully, you can restart and get going.
Welcome.
Oh, look how close that is.
Perhaps all over the back end now, looking for a way through to Economides.
And I see the old man is actually giving his son a bit of a hiding there.
I'm going to have to chat to Nick about this. It's not right.
Yeah.
You can't be a commentator and be that far back in the race.
Actually, I just like also to mention is we've got a couple of father and son pairings in our series. We've got the Cavaliers, there's the Herbsts. That's René Smith. He's gone off at
He's got a shape. Turn 5, yeah, up at the hill. So turn 5 for René Smith is going to give an opportunity there for Anton Pommersheim to shine. He's got through now, looking to close down on the 911 of Terry. He recovered nicely though.
Yeah, I know René had a bit of issues in qualifying yesterday with some boost issues, but I'd also like to mention Pommersheim. He went off in unofficial practice on Thursday, quite hard into turn 4, and the guys and his team at Cost Development, they fixed that car up. Still a bit bruised at the back and the side there, and he's 10 minutes before quali, he was out.
It's amazing.
Well done to them.
Well, you mentioned the fact that you've got a couple of guys that are involved in the tuning side of things. When you have a series that runs BMWs only, you've got to have a couple of those tuning houses that want to come and play. You've got Sam Speed, you mentioned Fast Developments, you've got, of course, the guys from Tech Tune that are there. All of these guys are fighting for honours, not only to be at the front end of the fight, but the front end of the overall championship too.
Yeah, and we've got some new guys that have joined as well in my own team, which is Problem Motorsport.
Yeah.
He's opened up a workshop about a year ago, so yeah, we've got new guys joining all the time, and we have awards for these guys. It comes into the year, we've got Mechanics of the Year.
There you go.
And actually the last year, the last one was Shane and Freddie from Fast Development, Shane from Problem Motorsport. They won the Mechanics of the Year.
That's what you want. Coming to back markers now, the German ticking them off one by one, and he'll try and use that advantage of the back markers to get away a little bit further from Nick Macris, although Nick hasn't really had an answer to that 2-litre that's under the bonnet now.
Yeah, so this is going to be the interesting part, because back in the day we would race all 5 classes together. Now we've got back markers, so B's going to come flying through these guys, so we're going to see how this all works and pans out, but so far the guys aren't getting in their way, so it seems good for now.
So it's a white B with a 208, showing that Class B's got white. That is huge.
But
that's turn 4. That's turn 4 straight through the barrier and over the barrier, in fact. Is that 992? It is. It's Pommersheim.
Same place.
Pommersheim's run out of brakes there by the looks of things. He's gone straight through the barrier on the new road that's been set up on top of the hill, and he's ended up nearly taking out, I think, possibly Marshall's and hopefully he's okay though. Red flag.
Oh my gosh.
Red flag there. Big moment for Anton Pommersheim coming out of turn 4. He went down in turn 4 and just looks like he ran out of brakes completely because he's gone.
How many laps have we done?
We are now 6 of the 8. No, sorry, 6 of the 10. 4 to go. Yep. 60%. That's the restart, yeah.
That's not what I wanted to see after our November race with Bob Neal unfortunately taking out
the inside barrier
that
of turn 4.
Oil that was on the track. Unfortunately, he also couldn't make it. There's a few cars, I think there's about 6 or 8 cars that weren't ready on time.
So hold on a second. You just told me there was 58 competitors today. Is that right?
Well, 57. Okay, right,
57.
57, yes.
And you got 9 in the sidelines.
Yeah, about, yes, because some guys are still fixing motors. Bob's
man alive,
ready, Williams' car's not ready. So yeah, we could have had 60 plus.
That is a success story of note. 60 cars in this field.
And remember, we started, 2011 we started the series, and we would average about 20 cars. So it's just grown and grown and grown, and yeah, couldn't be more proud of the series. And even the cars, if you look at the cars nowadays, they've improved. The guys are putting effort into the looks of the cars. I was
saying that to Nick as well. And when we started Class A and C earlier on, as they were running out, I was saying, there's a whole bunch of cars now with brand new livery on. Either because they've picked up a sponsor because of what you guys are doing in the series, or because the guys are just saying, you know what, we're going to be on TV, we need to showcase our company, so let's make sure that they look and feel like race cars should.
And the sponsors, we also, with the face of the sponsors as well, so we also need to look good. Gone are the days where they just slap back and put it all together and go racing.
There are a couple out there that haven't quite got to the sticker kits just yet, but I'm sure they'll be there by the next time.
No, they actually should have all the sticker kits on.
Your sticker kits. I'm talking about their own ones, though.
No, look.
You know, a couple of white cars and a couple of yellow cars out there.
Privateers. Most, look,
Oh, yeah,
99% of us are privateers. We run our own cars, you know, like, so you can do your own little design, but
Yes.
there's quite a few that are just plain white cars.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with a plain white race car, but it's always nice to see a little bit of striping there. In fact, I didn't get a chance to chat to Nick about it, but I'll get a chance to chat to you while we have got a little bit of break in proceedings there. That big moment of Anton Pommersheim down at turn 4.
And that's the same place you went off to in practice.
You said so, yeah. My first commentary ever was what was then the Sahara production cars. Race 1 at Kyalami. 9 Class A cars. 6 of them, I think, were BMs. There were 3 Subarus, and there was a Ford. All of them were white, and it poured with rain.
And how do you
And Roger McCleary went, there's the piece of paper, there's the microphone,
Have fun.
see you later.
Hopefully we can get underway. We can confirm that we've got 5 laps to do, and so they'll start now in single file with the finishing order after lap 5.
Okay, so Andreas Meyer basically ahead of Nick Macris and Carlo Gavini. And then further down, looking out for the battle once again between the Frenchman and Economides.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the visuals that I saw now earlier was that Nick is now back in front of Carlo because they're going back a lap, I think.
Okay, cool. So might see a change up there.
Yeah.
And that, of course, will bring us into the conclusion of the first 2 heats.
Nick is in front of Carlo Garbini.
Macris ahead of Garbini as they start things out. Now the German trying to catch them all napping as he gets the hammer down and restarts the race. Nick Macris in second. Garbini got caught out there slightly. He looks like he might be in a bit of trouble. He's got Gauthieri all over the back end of him.
Yeah, he's got his teammate there. They're now going to be fighting for position.
For 3rd and 4th place on the circuit right now as they go into turn 1. Everybody else heading into turn 1 and trying to keep it on the black stuff this time out. Pepper Shield car there going through there heading towards turn 2, but I tell you there's a bit of fights that are going to be sorted out as well. One of them being that one right there with Reynolds taking on Haps. Haps didn't quite get the start he wanted. Nick would certainly like to be a little bit closer to Dan, who was up the road from him in the first part of this race. Heading into turn 4, see a little bit of chopping and changing, a little bit of settling into it. Nishal Singh trying to hang on to what is about 5th or 6th place on the road at the moment. In fact, make it 7th place. But he's got a hard charge coming from Reinhard Miller. You mentioned Reinhard Miller had to change cars, and Miller Time having to go into spare car there.
Yeah, he's
runs wide.
I think this is the lead for Class D, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Miller, like we said, he's now in his old championships winning, Class D championships winning car from 2023.
Class D lead heading into towards turn 8 and onto the brakes, change up for the lead.
And then
Miller hits the front.
You can see now an old E36 M3 with a newish, it's previous shape, M3, F80 M3. Look at the difference. It's all about the car.
Exactly what we spoke about in the first part of this race. You don't necessarily have to have the fastest car out there or the most modern version.
And look what's
right behind an E30.
A E30,
Exactly.
that's a 330. It's a 3 litre out of the E46 330 motors.
Amazing stuff. Right, so we're seeing Renier Smith now putting the pressure onto the back end and looking to close down on both Lorenzo Gauthieri and Carlo Garbini. He's going to run for now. And I tell you, there's going to be a little bit of a fight on here. And here is the fight I mentioned. Haps versus Haps, yeah, possibly.
Smith is now, under Smith, John Smith's also in the fight there now as well. And here we have the track taxi. Position he's in at the moment, but we've got one of the newer guys also coming from Time Trials, Ferdy van Staten, if I recall correctly, trying to chase down the taxi.
18th place overall for Verolini at the moment. So inside the top 20. Trying to go on to the back end of Long. He's got some problems of his own though. And that Uber BMW having to take on a couple of hard charges coming from behind. Track's actually leading Class E, if I'm not mistaken, as well, according to timing.
Well, we'll have to also
run there from Verolini.
we'll have to check after the race if they haven't broken out. So this is the first event of the year, so they get classed into their classes after quali. Well, as they're going along in the weekend, we already start placing them in their classes. Oh, that's Karen Ina, but she went off that little 31830. Where are we on top?
That's come out of 7.
turn 7, yeah. So
Yeah.
she should be fine to get back.
So just on, just left of where the Germans come through now.
So we class him, during the day, and then final classing is by qualifying. And then now if they break out, that's another new rule. You break out, you go. There's no more jokers. There's no 30-second penalty for you think 0.5. You break out, goodbye, cheerio.
Up you go to the next class.
Correct.
That's the way to do it, I think. That's where it keeps the guys from sandbagging and just get into the mix with cars that are on a similar level to your driving skill.
Another thing to avoid sandbagging as well that we're implementing is we're giving each driver a point per class, per race for the fastest lap.
There you go.
That gets added after the event and all
Yeah.
that, so that gets done for the championships. So we're trying to promote them to charge and go faster and get that bonus point.
Drive as fast as you can, win everything you can.
Correct.
Don't hold back just because you want to win the class.
Correct.
Great idea. Great idea. Nina Albert just being shown the blue flag there for another E30 to come around the outside of her. Little boxies having some fun and games of their own there.
Yeah, so now what's going on?
Oh, 2 cars off there by looks of things.
That's the Herbst.
Stephanie Craig Herbst in the Victron car. And I think there was another car involved there in the background too.
30, if I'm not mistaken.
Might have been.
It's going rather slowly through there, but he's picking up pace again.
Maybe just making sure everything's okay before he puts the hammer down.
And then just behind Jacques Smith in picture, we've got our newbie, Jackie Storm. So it's his first race today. We've also got a rule where first race you start at the back of the grid, just to get the experience and to
Oh, Renia Smith out of shape.
I think it's hopefully a season spin.
It looks like it. See from the black lines, he spun out of turn 1.
Car looks intact, so yeah. Hopefully, out the way that we don't have to have marshals and red flags and all that. Hopefully.
Could potentially need a safety car, but we'll wait and see if that's needed or not. Just watching cars coming through, and the German starting to side through the field again. He's onto his checkered flag.
Yeah, he was
Flag lap, yeah.
He was quite quick to catch those cars already.
Flag lap for him. I don't think he's going to try and overtake you. He'll probably just run into the line. He knows he's got enough space between himself and Garbini for second. So flags out, takes the win. First win of the season there, going to the German for Class B. Certainly be happy about that. Just watching in the background for the black cars to come through there. Willoughby Garbini to come through as the second car in Class B.
He seems to have run away from them now.
Yeah.
His last 5 laps.
Looks like it's Garbini.
Garbini's in front. And
Garbini's in front. Just picking up with the Italian flag on top of the windscreen there as he comes down to complete things. We're also going to try and wrap up classes D and E. Good run here from Ludovic Saron, our Frenchman. Nice run for him.
Leonard Miller will be in first though, and then Ludovic in second.
Miller takes Class D.
D, correct, yes.
Caron into second and Renier in third. No, Renier will be Michel Singh.
And here's a Class E battle now with the wagon. So it looks like the wagon.
I think the wagon's hang on. Yeah. Nicely done there from him.
So the BMW Advanced Driving seems to have helped.
It certainly does, hey?
Yeah, I think if you want to come race with us,
maybe go and have a chat with him.
And then come race with us.
Good idea. All right, so let's have a look at the unofficial results if we can there, Paulie. The German taking the victory, 105.5. Is that a breakout time? Or is it
no, we've given him quite a lenient breakout time.
Okay,
so 104, which is quite fast for a car on semi-slicks.
Yeah.
So that's Cavalieri, that's Stefano Cavalieri's son. I don't know why he's pulled over. They recently purchased that vehicle from one of our old club members, and joining us as series. I think they're sharing that car. It'll be Stefano and his sister, and probably Paulo sharing that car.
Nice. Andreas May takes the win, Nick Backers in second, and Garbini in third. Reinhard Miller takes out Class D, beating out Ludovic Caron and Nishal Singh. And as we said, in the track taxi, the victory going to Class E. That wraps up BMW M Performance Racing Series Classes B, D, and E. Ben, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure you're going to come join me again later on for the second heat.
Hopefully we don't have too much issues.
Yeah, hopefully.
And we'll see you later. And then I'm going to go race now at about 1ish. So be good.
Good luck for that one,
Thanks,
buddy.
Ben.